Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and today I'm going to be talking about Terraforming Mars. Specifically, I'm going to be giving design notes on the 8th corporation I made in my 9-pack of science fiction corporations that I'm calling the Bravo Sci-Fi Pack. They're all based on existing sci-fi franchises. I think this is a fun one today. So I want to be talking about Aperture Laboratories from Portal. Let's get rolling. All right, and I am ready to talk to you about Aperture Laboratories from Portal, among other places, apparently. Real quick, as a reminder, you can find this corporation as well as all the others in this pack. There's 9 in this pack, as well as all sorts of other stuff at tablefor1.games under free content. You can download these and print and play, and I would love it if you did, and I want to hear about it. So if you do that, let me know. But let's jump into this one. So of this series, I've only played Portal 2. I never played Portal. And apparently it's connected to the Half-Life series as well. I didn't realize that. And I've not played those games either. And I think I kind of missed the boat probably on those. But Portal 2, for anyone who hasn't played it, is very much a 2-player co-op game. You can play it alone, but it's a puzzle solving game for 2 players, and it's got a comedic bent, maybe a little darkly, but it's a good time. And so you play as test subjects in the Portal games, going through all these different obstacle courses and things to see if you can survive them. And it's all being run by Aperture Laboratories. I think they're also called Aperture Sciences. I found this logo that said Aperture Laboratories, so I'm sticking with that. In the background, if you can see it, is a bunch of different warning and safety type labels from the game. And just peeking out of the bottom corner, there's the cake. And I won't say anything more about it, even though I haven't played the first Portal. But I think those logos are all pretty funny. And so I thought at first I was going to have a big picture of Gladys back there, but I think this more fits in with the comedic nature of most of the game. So and I guess to tie along with that, let me read the flavor text here, which is from some announcement in the game. There's a lot of random announcements as you walk through old recordings and such, but it was a very upbeat voice and tone that said, in reference to Aperture Laboratories, "You might know us as vital participants in the 1968 Senate hearings on missing astronauts." So this corporation has a science tag. I think that makes a heck of a lot of sense. And you start with 45 mega credits and 1 plant production and 1 heat production. The plant and heat weren't specifically thematic, not particularly strong, but it's nothing you would turn away from either. Sort of a generic start, but the effect, it's not an action, it's an effect, so it's just ongoing, and it's 2 effects, is representative of the portal guns, which are central to the games. And the idea is it's like a little gun, and you can shoot out a couple of portals which are connected to each other like wormholes. So you can shoot them, at walls and ceilings, and you can make 2 points connected, and you can bend space-time to move around through these tunnels to access different locations or to drop things, or it's like the main component of all the puzzle solving in the games. And so the primary idea behind them is that you can take two things that are not normally connected and make them connected. And just the idea that space is the typical rules of three-dimensional space do not apply. So that's what the effect represents. And so I did that, and I've got like a mock setup here on the game board where we're playing as Aperture and we are the red player. So we've got this city and greenery up there, and our opponent has a couple cities and a bunch of forests down here. Maybe they think they're on a different map and going for the South Pole achievement. But whatever, they've got this set up on the bottom. What the effect for Aperture lets you do is you may place cities next to other cities, which is typically not allowed. At the same time, you may place greeneries on any legal... let me rephrase that. Let me not try and figure out how to rephrase it. Let me read it off the card. You may place greeneries on any non-reserved area. So typically, if this were the map set up, if you wanted to place a city, you could place it anywhere except for touching another city, like there or there or there. But not so with Aperture, because spatial relations are not what they seem with a portal gun. So you could, in this example, place your city here, which is a great spot that normally you wouldn't be able to have a city in. At the same time, normally to place a greenery, it has to be touching another one of your tiles, if at all possible. If not possible, you can put it anywhere. So if I want to place this greenery, it would have to go around here or here, because it has to touch one of my own tiles, but not so with Aperture. So I could decide perhaps there's some oceans here, and I could use some more plants and some mega credits for the placement bonus. I can just go ahead and put this here, even though there's other places available, because adjacency doesn't really mean anything to Aperture, because they've got portal guns that connect everything as they see fit. So I thought that was a fun twist on the rules of Terraforming Mars that fit with this particular corporation. So I'm excited to give it a shot. I'm going to set up now for a solo game of Terraforming Mars using Aperture, and I'm going to release that video the same time as this one, so you can go watch it now if you like. And in the meantime, if you would like to subscribe or leave a like on this video, that would be appreciated, and I would love to hear what you think about this in the comments, and happy to discuss it with you there. So let me know what you think. Check out the solo playthrough and come back in 2 weeks for the 9th and final corporation in this series. And I'll see you then. Thanks for watching Table for One.